expanding possibilities. The Mindset Zone.
I'm your host, Anna Melikian, and my mission is to support individuals and organizations to increase their impact while avoiding burnout. If you want to work smarter, not harder, I can help you. If you want to go from burnout to full engagement, let's talk. Reach me at Anna, A-N-A, at mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com, it's .zone. You can also access all the episode notes, links, and other amazing resources at mindset.zone. Another week, another reflection in this solo episode. And this week is about artificial intelligence, AI. This last year is one of the words that is being said more often, AI, artificial intelligence, as is changing the world. And I truly believe that is going to be a pivotal point in a big way. We're really in the cusp of the AI revolution, comparable to other revolutions like the Industrial Revolution that was in the 18th and 19th century, all the changes that create for the world, or even if you go back to agriculture revolution that shift our ancestors from a nomadic lifestyle to settled communities where agriculture was the way of creating the food and allow so many changes in the day-to-day of people. And AI is going to create a ton of changes that we cannot foresee. And like everything, it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing. It depends a lot of us humans that are using and creating this artificial intelligence that without guardrails can create a lot of issues. And this reminds me very much of one question that people usually ask me, okay, can we stop this? I don't believe we can stop this. It's like the proverbial, the cat is out of the bag. We cannot put the cat in the bag again. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, and there are so many people and interests involved that it's going to keep growing and transforming the world that we live. So we cannot stop it. We don't have a choice to stop it, like most people didn't have a choice to decide or to choose if we were going to take advantage of nuclear energy, of the nuclear power. Is something that is what we like to call in positive psychology is the life circumstances, are things that are bigger than ourselves. And like in our day-to-day life, are things that happen to us, life circumstances, from illness to losing a job to so many other things in our lives that is that big lemons, or like I like to call sometimes, they are not lemons, they are watermelons. And we have to accept that. Yet, and it's the power of yet, yes, we cannot choose our life circumstances most of the time. The family that we are born in, the country that we are born, and we have a nationality. So many things we cannot change and we cannot choose. Yet, we can choose what is our response to these life circumstances. And this is a very, very important distinction. So, artificial intelligence, let's get back there. It's not in our power to choose a world without artificial intelligence. It's already happening. Yet, that doesn't mean that we are just being reactive things to the artificial intelligence. we have the power to choose our response and not react to it. It's like that famous quote that I keep repeating in these episodes of the Mindset Zone. I even have an episode just about this quote. Between a stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. And artificial intelligence is going to create a ton of stimuli, a ton of things that are going to trigger. We have a choice in the way that we respond to this, and as individuals and as a group and as a society, we have a lot of freedom and growth to do. And for most people that are already in the online world and in the professional world, it's like, yes, we have to learn how to use artificial intelligence to our benefit as much as we can, and trying to influence the culture and the governments to make sure that there are some protections and some prevention of the negative side of it. And as individuals, refusing for most of us using it is like if you are still using a typewriter nowadays in the digital way. Yes, we can use a typewriter just for fun at home because we like the kinesthetic pleasure of using a typewriter, but for our professional life, we'll be in disadvantage in relation to any person that uses a computer connected with the internet for most cases and most professions. So not engaging with AI will leave us in that disadvantage. So learning how to use AI can be very beneficial to all of us and allow us to do our jobs, whatever we do, in a more effective way. And that takes me to another thing that is really important, because without any doubt, and I'm using AI, the tools that are available like ChatGPT, since it became available to the public, and it releases a ton of time, allows me to make things happen in a much faster way. I'm using AI, I'm using automation to free up my time. Yet, we have to balance that. We are releasing that time for what? To do more stuff that gets us in the rat race and doesn't really, is good for us in the long term. But if we use that free time to strengthen our connections with our peers, with our family, with our friends, that I think can be very, very powerful. We definitely have a choice. So if you have an opinion you like to time in, always feel free to email me at anna@mindset.zone. I would love to hear your thoughts. And what is your beliefs about this? What is your mindset around AI? Because if we see it as, if we believe that is going to create a lot of bad things, that bad things are going to be more probable to happen. But if, in my opinion, if we have a more open view of seeing this as a way of expanding possibilities, and some of these possibilities can be so beneficial to everybody, why not to do our best to make that happen and not the negative things? And of course, we have to be aware that those negative things can happen, and whatever we can do to prevent it, to mitigate the risks, yes, we should do that. So these are my thoughts for this week. It's always an honor and a privilege to be here, and look forward to hearing from you too.
Expanding possibilities, the mindset zone.
Thank you for listening, and remember to follow this podcast. And if you're listening in Apple Podcasts, please leave us a review. That really helps us spread the word about the Mindset Zone. Also visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com is .zone. There you can find amazing resources and more information about my speaking and how I support purpose-driven individuals and organizations increase their impact while preventing burnout. As always, I'm so grateful you are here. Expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world.